Hello everyone, it's the Anime here, and today we're going to be doing a Boruto episode review on Boruto episode 198. So yeah, with that, hit that shit. Let's get straight into this meat and potato shit, okay? So basically, the episode starts out with the fight as it should. Now, I must say, the fight, which honestly might have been a little bit more negative than you think, it stuck true, like, strictly to the manga, like, only use manga panels. Now, you might think, like, oh, this is great, it only stuck to the manga, but you gotta remember, this was around chapter, I think, in the 20s of the Boruto manga. So the artist, I forget his name, his paneling was not that great. He was still like trying to get a hold of everything. His paneling is better now, in like the 50s, so like double the like amount of paneling and work he's done before. So he's got double the experience from 50, but his paneling was not the best, so that kind of led into the anime, since they followed it like truly faithfully to the manga, for the fight scenes to not be the greatest. I mean, it's still good. I'm still glad that they're adapting and everything. I'm just saying that they should probably like be more creative with the fights, especially with these like ones like in the newer part or the like earlier parts of Boruto, since the manga paneling wasn't great in these in the earlier chapters. So anyways, that's just a slight thing, but besides that, overall, like, the animation was pretty good, pretty decent. Now, this one was kind of like a setup for the fight, like giving you all the Delta's abilities too, though. You gotta remember that this was just a setup for, like, not a setup for the fight, but like setup for like the major part of the fight. So I'm sure like next episode it's gonna be a lot more like creativity involved, like with the Momoshiki fight, the Qualky fight, and the Deepa fight, the part 2 fight anyways. So yeah, I'm sure that all that's gonna like be fixed. I'm sure that since this was just a setup episode, just showing you all the Delta's abilities, what she can do, how she matches up against Naruto. And one more thing, people might be asking, like, how is this like random woman just like matching up to Naruto in his KCM2 form? Let me just tell you something. She's not. No, not at all. Like, if Naruto was able to go all out, she would be dead in like couple seconds just from the the Biju cloak or whatever. I mean, not Biju cloak, the Biju avatar. It would literally just be a stomp, but since Naruto can't bring that out because he's literally like right next to like the Hokage's office, the Jonin Tower, and pretty close to the Genin Academy, or the Academy. He can't, otherwise he risks destroying that. And you actually see this in a scene that they have when Naruto uses lava style Rasen Shuriken, where he, instead of just letting it go straight ahead, he angles it in a way that it goes up after it hits Delta's legs, which basically just shows that he's not trying to like damage any part of the village or anything. He's being very precautious with his movements. And even Kwaki states, and this is something that they didn't state when the chapter originally came out before the next chapter, so it left people confused, which is good that they did 2 chapters in one, obviously, and they were able to get this in. Basically, Kwaki literally stated that, hey, Boruto, you don't have to worry, like, Naruto has this fight, like, in the bag. He's just, like, has to, like, hold back because we're here, and they have Himura right next to him, so even more fact that Himura is like right there, like a little child. He's Kwaki literally states, like, just think of it as a dance. Like, Naruto's taking the lead here. Like Delta is just following Naruto's lead. Like, at any time, it's almost like at any time Naruto could probably end the fight with like a major attack if he wanted to, and maybe cause slight damage. But right now, you also have to remember that Naruto is intel gathering for the Leaf Village. Like, he's trying to get intel by just leading on Delta in this fight and seeing like how much intel she can get before he just has to end it. So yeah, and even Naruto like says this when it seems like Delta just got the best of Naruto out of nowhere and just like almost killed him and was getting ready to kill him. And then Delta says, "You think I'm gonna fall for that?" And Naruto said, "Huh? I guess you're a little bit more bright than I thought." And basically just gets up and pulls the thing that was in his gut just straight out of himself and just says, "Oh well, I guess that's not gonna work. I was trying to get your intel out of you by acting weak, but I guess not. That's not gonna work." Which is just a little shonen trope that they trope that they tugged at that point. So yeah, there was just a lot of things here, and then we also get to see the fight between, or like the kind of like moral fight between being a Hokage and being a father, which the father side took over in this point with Naruto when Himawari gets captured and Delta's using her like for target practice, or about to use her for target practice. Just when Delta throws Himawari in the air and is getting ready to shoot her with the laser, which would kill Himawari like 100%. Naruto just jumps in the way of Himawari, grabs her, and gets ready to protect her, ignoring the fact that, yeah, well, if he gets hit in the back, he's almost like completely fucked. Okay, and he just doesn't care about his body, which then we see character development on Kawaki's side. When Kawaki basically just jumps in front of this laser and sacrifices his arm, knowing that he won't be able to regrow it, and not even knowing if they have any scientific ninja tech on the level to like replace his arm like Kara does. He still doesn't know that really, because he's only been inside the village for like a little bit of time now, so he has like no experience on what scientific ninja tech they have. Like he does a little bit, but barely any at the time still. So he doesn't even know that if he's gonna be able to get an arm replacer, or even if they allow him to get an arm replacer. So he's just doing this out of like just to protect Naruto and Himari, and also he says it straight up, like, if Hokage Naruto would be able to die, would be good as dead. So what's an arm to me than my life, you know? So it's more like all these things playing together, and then also we have this little moment with Kawaki saying to Boruto, like, well, I guess this takes the place of the vase, right? And then Boruto just looks at him like, "You stupid. Why would you do that? Just to take place of the vase, huh?" You know, so we have that like little like almost brotherly moment between them, which is kind of showing like the brotherly connection that they have, or is starting to form now that they've been together for some time and that they train together. They're becoming like teammates and brothers in a way, since they live in the same house, and that Naruto is becoming a father to Kawaki, so therefore becoming like a brother to Boruto. We have that like that dynamic being set up, which we don't really see in the manga that much. We kind of just assume that they have a brotherly connection now. So with like animation, it can kind of almost be shown better with emotion that their brotherly connection is being built up more than just through text, even though, yeah. So overall, I have to give this episode 7 out of 10, or 7.5 out of 10, yeah. Mostly just because it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm sure like next episode, with like when they actually just go on full on rage, it's going to be much better. I just thought this episode was a little underperformed in my opinion. It could have been better. They could have been a little bit more creative with the scene instead of just focusing on the manga like panels through and through. If they would have just been more creative with it, because they can be more creative with it. But hey, what can you do? I'm pretty sure this episode was handled by a side studio that they handed it off to anyway. So, and next episode's being handled by the actual studio Period. So, I'm sure the next episode's gonna be greatness, even better than this episode. But yeah, overall, I'll give it 7 out of 10. I enjoyed the episode; it's pretty good. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, or not, it's your free will. And yeah, with that, the anime signing off.